Even if there's only one string, it still can compose a beautiful chapter. Even if there's only one balloon, it still can take you somewhere far and high. Even if this is not a luxury house, but we are loving this house.
Loving this house.
Loving this house.
A house is holding a family.
Yes, a house. There's one little pig in school.
That's family.
Yes.
Isn't it? And there's a line. There's a beauty in the books.
And gold.
And the next line is, there's a golden house in the books.
I prefer the second one.
Yeah. Hey, another good line. Fishing rod is better being offered than
true,
a fish.
the rod.
You can learn how to fishing,
Yes.
right? Especially for the new immigrant sisters. Take your chances to read books together with your children to know more about local customs and also get closer to be with the children.
Right, this is important because there should be a communicating channel between mom and kids.
There's
Yes.
a golden house in books.
Yes, golden house.
The meaning of golden house is deep.
Right.
All right.
Let's
Who we invite today?
Let's welcome our new immigrating sisters. I'm curious what books they bring. First of all is Aifeya from Indonesia. Welcome.
Aifeya from Indonesia has come for 9 years.
Gao Meiping from Indonesia.
Hey, welcome. Gao Meiping from Indonesia has come for 9 years.
Huang Meihua from Cambodia.
Huang Meihua from Cambodia has come for 15 years. Okay, let's welcome another two on my left. They are all experienced experts.
Thank you.
Their kids are this big, and they are the kids they have taught are out of calculation.
Yes.
Anyi, Chen Anyi, senior media worker, TV critic.
Lately, I have released a new book that the kids love to read, but I forgot to bring today. I'm sorry.
It's okay, we can make up a picture here.
It's just like me. I always forget something.
Like the kids love
I'll
to read.
bring it here next time.
There it is, over here. Okay, the other one, Wu Juanyu. Wu Juanyu, famous author, top Chinese orator. You have son and grandson.
Yes.
And how should we treat the kids?
Yes.
It's different from our generation, and the next generation is different. It's different.
Yes.
This offers
Okay.
a lot of ideas to think
Yes.
about. This is good. First, we would like to ask to.
Right.
Generally, I know because my friends' kids are in this stage. The first worry is our kids don't love to read.
No, they are doing this.
Slide.
Mostly.
This is or this Candy Crush. Like
Yes.
this. The kids, please Annie, tell us what should we do to the kids about if they don't love to read?
Actually, I think their reading habit should start when young.
Right.
From they are young, for example, before they can read, the mother can tell some bedtime story or read it together.
Yes.
Actually, when you start this, the kids will be easier to understand. That's the fun part of reading a book. So, such as if you start from one, you can have the action like flipping. Let him know there's something inside to open it. There are pictures and words. When he's older, the mother can start to tell the story. Storytelling.
Start earlier.
Right. Start earlier from 2 or 3. And you know the kids love to listen to it. This is a pioneer of reading.
Let the kids be in love.
Right. When they start the school, the mother needs to guide them, introduce the books. And of course, you still can read with them. I would like to ask if when my parents are not around, how do I listen to the story? So if the parents are really busy, have no time, of course there are other plans such as CD, story CD.
Many solutions.
But be honest, no matter how good they are, it can't compare with the parents.
Hey, talking about the parents, let's ask Aifeya first. Like the kids in your family,
We have 3. None of them love to read.
they don't love to read.
They couldn't read with little. They stayed next to me and read. Because I also learned Bapamurfa. The book
Together.
is about Bapamurfa, so I can follow them to learn the symbols. And later on, they can really read the words. They don't like it. I have to monitor and push them to read when you are around. They would ask me to read when young. Now, when I tell them it's time for reading, wait a minute, I'm still in busy. Busy for what? Homework. When it's finished.
What else he's busy for?
That would be TV and a cartoon.
Yeah.
They said I'm busy for what? The younger one he was used the tongue. I'm busy later. How old?
The busy cowboy.
3.
3 already say busy?
Right, I'm busy.
So funny.
The big sister is really busy.
The sister is really busy.
She is 5th grader. Lots of homework and daycare after school. Or after school cram and English. So it's late to be back. This is a very common case. And Steve, she's okay about bedtime story. And she falls asleep in the middle. Doesn't seem to like it. So let me tell you, your kid is still in 3. It's the golden time. Gotta develop the TV soon. I take the kids to the bookstore when they are young. I leave them inside. I read my own books. They read theirs. Let them find the books they like. 3-year-old kid will run around inside. I say sorry to those next to us for apology. The kids are looking their books. Don't miss the chance. The golden timing.
Yes.
And until my grandson. I have grandson, right?
Yes.
I don't dare to miss the timing. I will take them to the store. So should we just leave them to Miss Sue? Oh, no.
Don't bother her.
Miss Sue can't handle all the kids. All the grandchild coming. Right. Alright. Let's ask Mei Ping. My kids are up and down. Sometimes stuff to read. Sometimes video games. Yes. But games happens more. Yes. I can tell. Right. But he will read on his own. He even makes up stories. That's nice. But it only lasts 5 minutes. And
How
then
old?
computer. 4 years old. Still
4.
young. Right, and watching monitor. I say, it's time for reading. No, give me 5 minutes. I say, okay, 5 more minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. Wait, give me 10 more minutes. Drag on. Always too loud. Right. The kids. At the end, I have to pull him away. He cries.
Yeah,
now
like
it's
this.
like spoiler for reading. Is it? Actually, now it's still. Now it's still.
Yeah.
Sparta style. Get up and read. You know what? There's a very nice solution. You see this? It's the trick. When the time is up, right? So I don't have to be annoying. Keep yelling. When it's time, he will understand. Let me finish my words. When it's time, I'll be quiet.
Miss Wu is
Very useful.
Is it really amazing?
Yes, and there can be only one at
Everywhere.
home. Right, because sometimes it will be missing somehow. The kids will hide it under the pillow or in the bathroom. You won't find it, so at least you have several. When it's time, the point is that the kids learn the rules.
Right.
See? Right away.
I'll
be quiet. I'll be quiet.
As we're adults, it's easy for us, but how can the kids follow?
Develop from young. Make it clear for everything. I have another idea. For example, I think like video games, TV. If possible, let it be as late as it can.
Right,
Actually,
yes.
I think the best, such as Steve Jobs. He himself is the founder of Apple. He also recommends not too early for the kids to play computer. Yeah, and also the inventor of smartphone says the same. Kids under 11 years old, don't let them have smartphone.
Some people are almost 30 but still don't have smartphones. Was point too much.
40-something. Seriously?
Yeah, that's right. The bell of school. Dang, 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 dang. Everyone
Dismiss so fast. Right.
Yeah, 10 minutes recess.
Now the kids all desire for recess.
Hey, the alarm is very useful. Mei Ping, you can try.
I will try. Right, but what if it's not working? Is there some others?
It's not working. Later, the expert will offer other solutions. Don't
still
worry.
have.
Let's move on.
Okay. Let's see Mei Hua. My case is one doesn't read, the other love to read. Because how to say
Are
this?
they boy and girl?
No, they're all girls. And it turns out their ideas are different to each other. And it was sad to have second girl. It makes... But But then she would resist. It becomes a pressure to her.
What exactly the reason is to cause the girl resistant reading?
把平板所有的都收起来，他可以开电脑，结果里面有游戏天堂之类的啊！你这么小，因为姐姐已经把那个游戏数签在里面，这么小，
这个桌面就有了。
对，他按进去，结果海绵游戏天堂，真的是你的天堂哦。
And it could be it was sad to have a second girl. It makes the first girl easier, like to build her up to be better. But then she would resist. It becomes a pressure to her. When she is older, she's easier to resist, right? Yes. And then later, it's when she's older, she will reject on studying. Reject. Yes, reject. Too much
And the
stress.
second
one is more, she knows it's time to read. She goes. And she knows what to do if the homework isn't finished. She's clear. More clear. Yes. It seems the difference exists for sure. Right. The first one would think, you all love me, right? So he wants to control it. He will tell the parents, wait a minute, because the second one knows. There's one ahead. Stand in front. He understands the chance is none, so just be a nice kid. This we call the second complex. He would behave better. Really? Generally, it happens.
So generally, what we just talked about, your kids don't love to read and they are occupied by others. Video games, smartphone, smart pad, TV cartoon, and
this is common nowadays.
Right, everyone is doing, so am I. I also turn on TV at home.
Yes. Let's talk a key point. We don't reject all these e-products. We don't, but we use it at the correct time to lead the kids. Actually, I think the parents don't need to worry. Like in my house, we rarely give the kids that's now his computer should be until we just follow the step from school. When they start to use it, we let him use. Of course, he learns it slower. But be honest, if you're afraid it's too late, actually it won't. Because you know why? The kids have too many chances to watch TV. Randomly in a shop for breakfast, there are TV, friends' houses. Even the security rooms have TV. So his throats won't be back off. My son just told me, Mommy, there's a song from fast food is a hit lately. As you sing twice, you can get a discounted burger, isn't it?
Yeah, burger.
I asked him how he knows, because we don't have TV.
Do you hear? They don't have TV.
Our TV is inside the grandma's room.
Their kids are grown up too.
Unplug it. Yeah, and no more TV.
You unplug the TV.
Unplug. 3-year-old kids won't understand, and I'll keep all the smart pad away. She can turn on computer, and their games, something. How do you? Because the sister has put the games, bookmark it. She already knows. Inside. It's on desktop. She press it. Then she can link to the game server. That's the heaven.
You hide it, but she finds it.
So these things are, I thought she doesn't know how to use it. When they are using, the adult should be aside. You can't indulge them to browse unlimited. And sometimes it's dangerous online. Now the kids might see something they shouldn't see. Be careful.
I think, Miss Wu, you can have a product, making yourself an alarm figure.
And my face there, turn off TV. Everyone scares to death. I tell you I have another one. Before I tell you the trick, first grandson could be one day protest saying, why can adult keep online always on something? Why can't I do that? This is also he asked me and I was speechless. I said, wait, let me think. Because when the kids explain things, they might argue. So I came out a solution. I said, because our eyeballs are mature. That's how to say, right. And yours are still growing. Your sight vision is still growing,
Yes.
so I have to protect you. That's why I asked you to. He won't bite. See? Later they will.
If I heard this when I was little, I must think they liked me.
That's why I use a very simple way. I think it's pretty nice. You may use
Alright,
it.
tell
If we
us.
have a deal, now you only can use the internet for 10 minutes, and the time's clicking. Yes. And it's coming, right? I'll stand next to it. I won't talk. I won't yell. So tense.
So tense.
Next to you has been the ghost
ghost.
shows. The
Yeah.
kids say, Grandma, can you
The time
not
is
always
up.
Time is
stand
up.
on the side? Time is up. I say yes, I'll wait for you.
I'll
And
wait
at the
for
end,
you.
he has
I'll
to
wait
turn it
for
off.
you.
I didn't scold him. I didn't yell at him. He
But
just
that
turned
would
it off.
really
Cause the kids very tense. That's his responsibility to turn off.
Would your kids do this?
They're busy, she just
Like
said.
what you said, the 5th grader.
Probably the young one learned from her sister. She also said that when holding video game controller. Wait, I'm busy. Okay, I give you 10 minutes. And she really didn't put it down but continue. And I gotta piece it. I started to piece. Confiscate.
Unplug.
And then take all the controllers away. So it has a key point. This is one for this, right? Okay, 10 minutes, then press 10. You see 10, this is 1. And another one is to see the clock. What time now? What will be after 10? 15. I'll let you know when it's 15. When he sees it, he knows the time's up. All the kids will surely says, liar, not too fast. That's why you need a number to manage. To let them have an image to understand. Number. I realize if I force him to read, his emotion is not good. His pose will become lying down. The pose is just not right. But it won't happen when playing games and the cartoon. He will be serious when he likes it. Then are 1, 2, 3 in nice order and seriously watching TV. I say, why can't you three be so nice and serious watching TV, but not the same
And
when
pretend
reading?
they have popcorn.
Right. Why is reading so important? Because you don't need to think playing video games. That's like a reaction. But there are many words in books, or its structures or stories, which will induce the kids to think, imagination, and it's good to
benefits.
their development.
Then let's ask, Meiping, why do your kids have no time to read?
Truth. Why? Because I don't give them TV nor using computer, but there are still toys. Still can play toys. Still young. Right. He's still young. Around how old? 4. 4. Already 4. And if you ask him to read, he will bargain with me, such as I ask him to read. And ask him to read.
How does her son bargain with Meiping? Let us tell you after the break.
其实你可以按照这个他的年龄层去帮他选购一些适合他的深度的。
对
比如说你不能给孩子过浅的书，比如像我们遇到很多状况是哦，小孩其实明明已经3、4年级了，可是妈妈选的书呢太无聊，
很无聊的时候他不想要
都是成语故事啦，或者是讲大道理的，都很八股的。
Such as I ask him to read. Later let me play toys, okay? And ask him to read. Mommy, after I read, then you let me watch TV. Oh, he says that. He would bargain. Right, bargain with me. He's good in force. Bargain. Nowadays the kids. You need to be careful. If he already knows how to argue, bargain. This could become in the future. Mom, I'm getting married. Give me a house. That's trouble. Too much stress. A big headache. You tell him directly. Her, no way. No, you have to change. That's like a living habit of a family. Right. For instance, he keeps... For example, fix the time you read with him. Start from 10 or
Find
20
a time.
minutes.
Fix it.
Right. Or maybe 9 p.m. before go to bed. There's always a book to read on bed, and there's still one. Now there are some parents tapping their voices.
Right.
If the parents are in work, the kids can listen to it. The kids...
This also creates time.
Yes. The kids can play while listening. This can do.
This is nice. Oh, this also can create a timing.
I'll try.
Try
I'll
it.
try back home.
Yes.
How about 美花? In my case, it's also the timing issue because she's older in junior high now.
Junior
it's
high.
really busy in junior.
She's busier.
Started to have more homework.
It's not in junior. How can we create time for
So
junior?
actually, it's really hard in junior high. My daughter goes to 7th grade this year. She loves to read, but she becomes busier to have time. So we have several solutions at home. For example, during breakfast, when she has it, she would take a book to read while eating. And then,
Oh, good girl.
but it's not
read.
good reading while eating. It's fine. It's when you are relaxed.
One is read on the toilet, one is read while eating.
It's not a
Now
full lunch
kids
or
are
dinner
tough.
because mostly the
True.
breakfast is bread. It's easier to hold in hand. And also, for
But
example,
eat a hand instead of the bread.
and also after the school, they will have a snack time. They will need 15 to 20 minutes to take a break. She will have some time. My daughter will read novels.
Good.
Or the week after midterm exam or long vacation. Just try to catch up some time for the kids in school and let them read some books they like.
Yes.
Right. You know what I used to let the kids love to read in this summer? Remodel the house, change the area. There's an area is set of couch with a nice lamp, a nice newspaper, you know? All the kids read
Environment.
the newspaper and also books.
Yes.
It's just like a reading zone.
Right. We also have
You
it.
do?
We also
Just
have
a little
that.
area.
He will
no need
feel
a big
comfort.
one. So he can read by
Yes.
himself.
Yes.
Of course, it's not only about reading. It's not like
Everything.
right. It's about your life. It's not that you can't live without
not.
reading. It's not. It's just reading can offer you another point of vision. That's a human's life. Can be enriched and enlarged. It will teach you how to think and see.
Right.
It's important.
So we should ask how we can help the kids
Choose.
to choose what kind of books they are interested in.
Actually, I think there are some points. First, the gender matters. For example, what boys and girls like is very different. If you see from his point of view, such as some kids like animals, like an insect, you pick the book from his view, he will be more interested.
Yes.
Like my son likes animals, so his first book is Lassie. That there is a dog on the cover, and later he took all the books which have dogs or cats on the front cover. You know, I was surprised that he was only 2nd grade when he was reading The Call of
Because
the
the
Wild.
cover.
Right? Yes. It's because there's a orphan dog, you know. He has read it. He has read it.
knows.
I only
He
read the
has.
cover.
Right, so based on their reference and what they like,
Yes.
it's good. And another is, I think there are some kids you can choose by their ages. Pick the books which levels are suitable.
Yes.
Such as you don't give the book is too easy. We have encountered many cases. The kid is already 10 years old, but the chosen book are boring, such as Indian stories. It's all idioms, or tell you something big, some stereotype writing. We used to, he never gives a right. He never gives up.
up.
Gives up is the or those inspiration story or something, but those sometimes is too deep for them. Let's hear them
Let's see
speak.
by their experience how they recommend those books for their own babies. Those they like and others too. A book. FAR, please.
My younger kid studies cartoon, the books of princess. So I bought one. I didn't bring. This one for the older one. The Petty Prince. Older one reads, younger one likes reading. The book with music, press to sing. He will
Does
sit
this
there
have?
nicely. Does it have? He has the princess. This is for the sister, and I also read.
Oh,
We both read together. Because I don't understand some words, we put a dictionary and Google Translate. And the sister on my right, we read.
oh, together.
Yes, together.
That's great.
The story inside is really nice. Because we adult, we never understand the kids'
This book
world.
Their
would let
kids'
you
world.
dream afterward, right? I've read several times.
Oh,
I also love
several
this
times.
one. Right, this one is
Because
really
I
good.
really
need to learn. I used to be a child, right? And now I'm being adult every day. You listen to me. I shall ask you. But you have younger kids.
Hey,
Yes.
it's really nice for Ivy.
It's really nice. It really helps when we read this together.
So, is there anything changed after several times that you read The Better Prince together with her? Or is there anything changed?
Sometimes it would suddenly remind you, just like the other day the sister drew, and she, Meme, why do you draw poo-poo? What? This is a snail. How can you say it's a poo-poo? Then I remembered in this book, it's true, we adults never understand them.
See, the thing is
Right.
by our point of view.
We can't input our thought what we see first. We should listen to the kids. Meme, what are you drawing? This probably is better. Or she gets mad.
Snail becomes poo-poo.
What does Meiping recommended? Today I bring 3 books. This is a set. So cute. What's that? This is Like Yourself. I like myself, and I will care for others. So cute. And I'm scared. I'm scared. Right. This book is when I went to a lesson by employee training. Read with the kids. They gave us. It's great, right? And because what the book tells seems to be very meaningful. Yeah, and lately my kid, he starts the school, but he's only in mid-class. When it just began, he was happy because after first and second week, there was nothing. There was anything learning. He only needed to play, and the teacher asked him to draw. I realized that my kid was...
What kind of problem did Meiping's son encounter?
一个孩子从小他有情绪正在发展当中，有时候他的困顿退缩，我们大人一直都不知道原因，可是你很用心去发现，而且用正确的方法把他引导，你只是不一样，你并不是不好。
对，
这个一辈子他都会看到自己肯定自己。
结果是这样的。
对啊。
And the teacher in the class asked him to draw. I realized my kid was afraid of it. Why? So special. He would do the painting, and he would also compare with others at school. Mine is ugly. He didn't like it, did he? Right, others are better. Afraid of the skills. He was sort of confident. I asked him, why do you keep crying every time I go to school? He said, I'm scared of painting. Why? Mine is ugly. My friends do better than me. And I came out this. I took these 3 books. First is this. I like myself. I like myself, yeah. I like my books. The kids love this. Because there are not many words, and my kids can't read yet, right?
Pictures.
So I showed him the pictures, right? Show him the picture. Picture of bear. He likes it. Let
Lovely
him
pictures.
guess. Yes, let him guess. Who's this? What's he doing? And I realized slowly by the pictures, not even the kids. Explain to him slowly. And this book perfectly has... It's like the fox over here. It says... No matter painting or artwork, mine is always different from others. Yes. Yeah, good. You can read.
You're good. You found this one.
Right.
Yes.
As long as someone likes it.
Yes.
I keep telling him that Mommy loves your painting. Daddy does too. This is enough.
Right.
Because you're different than
Correct.
others. And I found his faults. I wish to encourage him to improve. Now he is not scared of it. Yeah, it's great. Thanks to the books, I'm also impressed. Right, it's great. She points out a very good tip. Thus, we often talk big theory to the kids, such as the kids might like to cry, scared of dark, or some even worse, they steal something. We often talk the kids warning or some serious theory. Actually, they don't seem to listen. But if you change to read a story by the help of the character. Apply to his scenario. Commonly, the case is more acceptable. Yes. This is a great advantage about reading. And maybe it's wonderful. A kid when his emotion is under development. Sometimes we adults never know the reason of his backdown. But if you use your heart and guide him on the correct path, you are different. You are not wrong. Right. He will see himself his whole life to be positive. That's true. The book teach me.
And you don't need to put much effort.
Right.
What you say?
Right.
And a book, you also gain. The kids also grow.
This is the best adventure of reading. Thank you. How about 美花? I love to find those books you can look for, like where the animal is. And you have to. It's like a maze. Yes, there's a door where you find it. To let her understand the logic of thinking. To picture what it is doing inside there. Yeah, to find it out. And later, when she is getting older, I've let her to read those have much more words. Those books are like The Mouse Bride or something. This is to let her understand how the animal can overcome and let her know she doesn't need to envy the godness of others. But in fact, you don't have to. You only need to find your best around you. Those books they choose are cute. And you all like them, right? Yes, because I think I myself also love animals. And the kids, she is small. She's still young. That's why I would like to give her the books with bigger painting. And also, yes. And by the time my language skill was not really good, and I took her to the library. You will also read the books, right? And also learn the language. That's good. Actually, the reading is to let the mother and kids or parents and kids to have same language. Or only both of you. The secret that only you to know. Because the book is you to read together. Like us by the time my son likes to read a small book called The Diary of the Earthworm. He would, for example, it says Earthworm. Diary of the Earthworm. There's a line inside, my dirty baby. He says, where's my dirty baby today? Every time we are joking after school, we will both say this. He says, where's my dirty baby? Let it become only between you two. He laughs every time I say, yeah. So this is something similar to Mei Hua and her kids, because she likes animals and cats. Before what I'm going to tell you, there's something I want to say. Most of the people think the responsibility of reading is some mother's duty. Mostly so when we are home, I tell my own son, it's your own child. You should read and teach him before going to bed. That's why until now my son still does this every day before 9 p.m. Before they go to bed, you can hear him sing da 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 da. Sometimes he yarn. I also hint to continue. Sleep when you're done. That becomes a routine that the father will read for us. The feeling, I think it's good. So what I'm saying is the mother should cover all the duties. Sometimes let the husband do it. Some short jokes is fine. Yes. A Bible story is also fine.
Newspaper is also
fine. That's right. This book, the book I bring is for higher grades. Yes, for 5th or 6th graders. Skills of expression. This is important. You know, in this book, it's better for how the kids read. It has many pictures. It will guide your reading. If you are mad as incredible how, what happened if you are mad? What kind of reaction will happen to you? And what will you feel? Is this good?
Right.
If you don't want to be mad like this, how do you adjust to express? How do you amend your own behavior? Miss Su, it has many words. There are many
all the
pictures.
kids.
Follow the pictures, understand?
Yes.
It's not all words. The books now will teach you one by one. If here is A, how do you go to B?
Yes.
How to go to C? This is interesting. Teaching the kids if they find themselves with some bad emotion, how to adjust.
Alright. The second one.
The second one is because I saw my first grandson. He keeps on reading.
Huh?
My friend gave me.
Yes.
I saw he was reading, and then that's great because they studied all reaction. For example, there's picture too.
Right.
There's words. Since there's a ninja, comic style. Because my daughter only will read if it's like comic books. She will read. Now the kids visual type. It's more attractive. Like this one is saying
pictures
blank
are like
effect.
comic.
She will be very.
Yes,
This is talking about blank effect. It says when you are not happy with others, he might have a misunderstanding. You should keep blank time for others to adjust. Can you see that? Isn't that nice? Just like couples, sometimes you also find a soon to your couples, sometimes he doesn't look fine, right? The wife asked, are you okay? Say something. He's even more. You should have him sometime. To let you be free.
Yes.
We talk later. Right. This is we learned how to respect others. So there are many psychological theories in this book teaching the
Miss
kids.
Su, how old is your grandson? to read
Sixth
this?
grader now.
Can he understand?
Yes. He can. This is standard accounting by comic. I like this one.
I like this one.
I like it. My daughter too. You too? Like it. Take one for example. Can you borrow me after this?
I like this one.
The kid killer made a dog. The dog teaches her how to be a rich man without any wrong concept. What is correct one? So it explains the trick of finance management.
Oh, wonderful.
I used to read a book named Poor Dad, Rich Dad. So many
It's
words.
all words.
It
That's
took
for
so much
adults.
time. Right. This is to give the idea
comic
to the
make
kids.
the book better.
Right.
Learn by comments.
Yes. Right. It's fun.
All right.
Very interesting. Thank you.
How about Annie?
The book I bring is about science and literature. Because I think what Miss Wu brings is more about EQ. The book I bring today is named...
This
I
is perfect.
think this book is you. Be serious.
Read when in the
Be
toilet.
serious. Right. This is good in toilet because one chapter is short.
The excellent books chosen by Chen Ai for the parents and the kids.
The book I bring today is named A Day of Human Body.
Oh, this is perfect.
I think
so
this
cute.
one is very scientific. Let's see if your kids
when in
love
toilet.
science. For instance, be
Read when in
serious.
the toilet.
Be serious. Right, this is perfect to read in toilet because one chapter is short and it's very interesting insight. It tells you what happened after you eat the breakfast, from mouth to stomach,
Yes.
how they digest, and how we absorb the nutrition. And this is perfect for adults to read
Together.
with kids. Yes, because it's full of knowledge, but it's printed very nice and the pictures are clear.
It doesn't look scary. Not at all.
But if the kids scare, of course, older age, some too young to understand how it looks like inside the body.
The organs.
So you may consider for the kids who love science. For boys, I think this book is pretty nice.
Yes.
It's published by National Geographic.
A Day of Human
A Day
Body.
of Human Body.
Human body.
The other one,
How old does it fit to the kids?
Actually, I think it's all fine. Like my son was in kindergarten. I already talked to him.
Read?
I speak. We speak instead of he reads.
Yes.
Right. Adults speak. Actually, you see, it's fun. For example, about breakfast. It tells you this later. It's being late. All this is growing up. There's
Get
still...
nervous being late, right?
Right, nervous. And the eyes, it tells you the eyes. Why can our eyes see objects?
Yes.
I don't know if your kids would, but my son sometimes would ask this kind of question. He might ask you, Mom, why is our eyes on different side than the house? He asks like this.
Your kid is cute.
So tricky.
Yeah.
My eyes and Carl's
For
eyes.
example,
tricky.
Carl's are on both sides, which is different from humans. He once told me, Mom, I would like to know what's the word from the Carl's eyes. This is perfect fit. Alright, the second one. This is for the mid-level kid. I like this one very much myself. It's by Andrew Clements. From series, this is one of it called The Landry News. This book is interesting. It's talking about a teacher in a school for 7 years who has done nothing. He teaches every day by asking the kids to study themselves. And just because he supports autonomous learning, he never teaches anything. There are some teachers really like that. He's a foreign teacher. And then there's a girl. She's funny. She thinks since the teacher doesn't teach, she makes her own newspaper. How does she make it? She clips and writes, and then posts on the board in the classroom, and the teacher reads it. He's got bad, you know. Why? Because she writes a column. She sends you a paycheck because you can find the US teacher's salary on internet. She writes how much is your salary. Since you teach us like this, we should learn from each other. If you share your pay equally to each of us, I can get $2.95 USD dollars every day. If we can get the money, I think I'd be happier to study. The teacher's gone crazy. The teacher rips the newspaper off all apart, but
she's saying the truth. She's right.
it's only a fiction. It's a fiction, but
I'm so into the story.
right. The story later is interesting. After he rips off, he thinks, hey, for sure. He feels ashamed, and he said, okay, you like to make newspaper, right? I'll teach you how to make it. Then he starts to teach.
She got interacted with him.
He starts to let the kids together, assign each one to be in charge separately, copy the newspaper in library and deliver in the campus, and all the story goes later. Because there's one article a kid writes something about divorce, the feeling about parents' divorce, and the principal read it. He wants to use the reason to get rid of the
Lay
teacher.
off.
Yes,
He finally does something but gets let off.
Right, he has done nothing for 7 years. The principal is already mad at him. At the end, the teacher got a trial by public to decide if he stays or not. Then all the kids, you know what? Because they got touched by the teacher, they learned many things after they started to make newspaper. Constitution, freedoms of speech. This story is about this.
Oh,
right.
This is teenagers fiction.
It's a teenager's fiction. I think this is good for mid-level kids. It's perfect, and all the series are nice. He has another one. It's about the father is a worker in his son's school, and he sees his father's clean out every day, and he is sad. That's why it comes many conflict. This one is also from the series. All the series from this work are talking about story in school. I think it's great. Very recommended. Right, it's called Andrew Clements. It's published by Yuanliu. Like this one, The Laundry News, I also mentioned the other ones. The Janitor Boy is also good. This other one is good for high level. This is 狼王梦. It's an animal fiction.
狼王梦.
狼王梦. Shen Shiqi is from China. He has many works. It's also a series. He specializes in animals. The character of this one is wolf. Yes. His fictions are very vivid. He uses animal for metaphor, so you can see the love and the friendship between animals. It reflects competition, survive in the society. Very touching. My son and I both love this author. I almost find all his works to read.
Yes,
It feels nice.
This is a long one.
Yes.
He has short one. Oh, it's
Hey,
good.
when you read this, do you read with him or you exchange thoughts after you finish?
Yeah, we usually read by
There, my
ourselves.
dirty baby.
For this book, since they are old enough, one now is 7th grade, one is 4th. Usually we read ourselves. And you know my son is funny. He knows I like this author, so does he. He will borrow his other books from library, and we take turn to read. Yes. And after we finish, we will discuss. Such as we will say, I think the ending is a bit miserable. We may say that there's something not making sense. We'll discuss. My daughter likes to read science fiction. Lately, I also read science fiction. Sometimes we will discuss the author arranged like this. Is there any meaning? Is there any reason for him to arrange like this? Actually, I think this can inspire the kids' intellect. Because the education here, it belongs to you teach and lesson. The kids really to think themselves. I think by the reading, it can inspire the kids to think, what's talking? I think this is nice. Yes, so reading is really important.
Yeah.
It's important.
It's a golden house.
True.
Right, it's not only teaching you how to build a house, but also teach you what you can earn.
Yes.
And affection.
You know what? Sometimes the reading, you won't realize while reading, but one day you recall, luckily I've read the books. You know what it's some positive point of value or something like how we make decisions, how to think. Learn from others. So I like to read a great man's biography. To me, I'm not a great man.
Learn from the Salmons.
Miss Wu. But the fun is that this is, I always wonder, I wrote many books, but my grandson, not my grandson, my own child, they never read what I write.
They don't understand.
Miss Wu, mostly you talk about in-laws, the relationship between in-laws. They are not interested. Still young.
All right, reading can create a chance to read together. And also the chance to exchange ideas, to create the code between you two.
Yeah, that's why I want to thank my dad for the book he gave me.
Yeah, and it's an eternal memory.
Right. And this can help the kids to build the ability being alone. This is important.
Exactly.
Because after all, one day the kids will be away from us to have their own family.
The kids will grow up.
All right.
Right.
There's a golden house in books. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you very much.